Hey everyone, welcome back to Wool of the Market, where we break down the stocks, the stories, and the signals so you can make smarter moves. Today we're shining a spotlight on Quantum Computing Inc., ticker QUBT. It's one of those companies where the future feels like, may the force be with you, and I'll be back, all at once. Because it's got promise, but the road ahead is still long. What Quantum Computing Inc. does? Let's start with the basics. Quantum Computing Inc. calls itself a photonics, quantum optics company whose mission is to provide accessible and affordable quantum machines by leveraging light, photons rather than just electrons. They're building hardware products for high-performance computing, machine learning, cybersecurity, and remote sensing, using thin-film lithium niobate (TFLN) photonic circuits that might operate at room temperature and low power. In plain speak, while many quantum companies are still deep in labs trying to make quantum bits, qubits, work, QUBT is saying, we're going to use light to do super-fast computing stuff, and make it easier, cheaper, more practical. That's their angle. Comparing to peers. Okay, how does QUBT stack up against its peers? This is where we channel a little Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, if you haven't picked a side yet. Peers in the quantum, photonics, next-gen computing field include companies like IonQ Inc., Rigetti Computing, Inc., D-Wave Quantum Inc., and other high-tech hardware, quantum play firms. But QUBT is a bit different. It's not purely, let's build a giant quantum computer, in the classical sense. Rather, let's build photonic circuits which enable quantum or quantum-inspired computing. What that means, QUBT is earlier stage. For example, revenue is extremely small. One report says total revenue over the past year was under $500,000. Meanwhile, many peers are further along, even if still unprofitable, and have more confidence from institutional investors. So the upside. If QUBT nails its technology and starts scaling, it could be a disruptor. The risk. If it fails to scale or gets beaten by bigger, better-funded companies, it could be left behind. Basically, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, a nod to the Legend of Zelda. Applies here. You don't want to be the only one holding risk when the field moves fast. Recent investor sentiment. What are investors thinking? Well, there's a mixed but interesting story here. On the positive side, QUBT has experienced sharp price gains. One article noted a surge over 3,000% in the last year, and 80% in a month, driven by excitement about photonics and momentum trading. Sentiment data from forums gives QUBT a score of 75 out of 100, placing it in the 75th percentile among industry peers. Also, options activity shows increased bullish bets, calls, for the stock. On the flip side, there's caution. One report says QUBT reported only $39,000 in Q1 revenue, which raised eyebrows about how big and fast the ramp can be. Also, dilution risk is real. A large private placement was announced, meaning more shares could come and existing shareholders might get diluted. So sentiment is bullish but speculative. If you were to quote a show, winter may be coming, but summer might just surprise us. Final thoughts and takeaways. Here's the bottom line from Wool of the Market. QUBT is interesting. It has a fresh approach, photonics plus quantum, some early contracts, and investor excitement. But it's still early, and the business is far from mature. If you believe in too big to ignore technology waves and are comfortable with high risk, high reward, QUBT might make sense as a small speculative position. But if you prefer steadier companies with proven track records, you might sit this one out until the story is clearer. In the words of The Matrix, there is no spoon, meaning the traditional computing paradigm may bend, and QUBT is betting on bending it further. But remember, even Neo had to train. That's a wrap for today's deep dive into Quantum Computing Inc. If you liked this video, smash the like button, subscribe to Wool of the Market, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our future breakdowns. Let me know in the comments, are you excited about QUBT? Or do you think it's too early? Let's talk. Until next time, trade smart, stay curious, and remember, the market is the story.